The number 1. 1 represents the male principle, the yang. It is the pioneer striking out alone, seeking the experiences which will establish its distinct identity. It is in the process of discovering its own abilities. It is raw energy, positive, original, and creative, in a state of perpetual motion. Since 1 is alone and is imbued with so much creative energy, it must decide how its energy will be used. It must take command and have the courage to maintain its direction without fear of opposition. 1 is the real I am of humanity, the unity of all, the unit of vibrational measuring. It is self-consciousness. Keywords of 1. Original, independent, aggressive, individualistic, creative, dominant, the first in a series, the start of any operation or activity, the leader, the pioneer, the boss who takes authority, and he who goes forth. 1. The major arcana. 1 as a personal number vibration. You are independent, you dislike restraint of any kind, and you need to feel free from all encumbrances, so that your strong individuality may be expressed. You are here to build your own unique personality, which you can do only by exercising your will. As a result, you become a dominant force in any group to which you belong. Recognizing that you are a natural leader, other people will look to you for guidance and strength, so you will probably be at the head of your organization as a business executive, supervisor, or club president. You need to be first and best at whatever you do. Since you have a pioneering instinct, you are usually first, and because you have the courage to assert yourself, you are often the best. You will be a loner in some respects because your assertiveness tends to alienate all but emotionally secure or dependent types. You will learn to make your own decisions and stand by them, regardless of what others think. Your leadership qualities set you apart and make you acutely aware of the weight of those splendid chains. This is the responsibility borne by those in charge. You will meet many new and different kinds of people in your lifetime because you are always seeking new experiences and initiating new schemes. If you're a negative vibration of 1, you have an overpowering ego, which makes you arrogant, selfish, and uncaring. You have no feeling for others and no regard for another person's point of view. Your stubbornness in pursuing your own path in the face of contrary evidence sets up a series of events that will lead to failure and loneliness. If you are a positive vibration of a 1 and intellectually developed, you are quite original. Your keen, penetrating mind seeks many lines of expression, and your talents can manifest if you work as an inventor, designer, or leader in any creative field. Your inventiveness allows you to solve problems creatively and constructively. This process will make you a skillful individual who expresses definite views positively. You are the pioneer setting out into the wilderness to carve a new life for yourself. And that is for if any of your personal numbers are a 1 or if somebody carries the vibration of 1. Now we're going to get into 1 as a temporary vibrational number, which would be like seeing 1111 on the clock or 111 or noticing ones everywhere. Keep coming across number 1. This is what it means. New beginnings, decisions, independence. The period you are now entering is a time to begin again, to make a new start. You have the ability to separate yourself from your environment and choose the path you want to take. You may be required to stand alone, to think for yourself, and to learn independence. The vibrations of 1 reveal the powers within, and now you must take the reins and determine your future course. If you've depended on others in the past, you will realize that you can no longer do so. You should set long-range goals and begin taking steps to attain them. Later, when you look back, You will realize that the events of this period were the foundation stones of your new life. Set out to develop your talents and skills, promote your ideas, believe in yourself, and do not take no for an answer. Your most important experiences now will be those that you initiate. Therefore, you must be decisive and firm. Great strength and self-control are required. If you fix your attention on a goal, you will attain it because your consciousness has become an open channel of communication between your subconscious and your superconscious. The secret is concentration. Miracles can be performed now because you have control over all material affairs. Channel your thoughts into fertile areas where your mind's energies can set up patterns that can be transmitted to subliminal levels. The resulting subconscious reactions will bring about the desired results. Under a 1, you should be keenly aware that your results will be qualified by your real desires. A negative use of a number 1 energy can set you on a headstrong course where you insist on having your own way, regardless of the consequences. Give your individuality free rein, but guide it wisely. Under this influence, don't be ruled by impulsiveness. Make your own plans because equal partnerships should be avoided now. Be selective in choosing friends and avoid superficial relationships. You may meet one new person who will figure importantly into your future. Experiment with the new and untried. Remain independent and decisive, and above all, have the courage to act on your dreams. Now we're going to get into the tarot symbolism. Key number 1, the Magician. The Magician represents the conscious mind, which by concentration and single-minded attention to a specific idea or goal can draw upon the forces from above. In this way, the idea or goal will take form and become a reality in the material world. By his posture, the central figure clearly indicates that he is merely a channel through which the life force flows. The identical ends of his wand graphically represent the axiom, as above, so below. Matter of fact, y'all, I'm going to grab a traditional Rider-Waite style tarot deck, and we will find the Magician real quick so that way y'all can see the symbolism. I'm sure you've seen the Magician many times for most of you, but we're going to grab it anyways. I'm going to grab all the major arcanas out here so we can do all of the numbers. Well, I'm going to stop right here since we came across the Magician quick, fast, like. So this is the Magician. By his posture, the central figure clearly indicates that he is merely a channel through which the force flows. The identical ends of his wand graphically represent the axiom, as above, so below. The horizontal figure 8 symbolizes the Holy Spirit, dominion, strength, and infinity. Since a horizontal line is the ancient symbol for matter, this glyph represents the conscious mind's control over earthly things, when that mind directs the life energy through fixed attention upon a specific goal. The Magician's undergarment, symbolizing the light of perfect wisdom, is encircled by the serpent of eternity biting its own tail. The red outer garment of passion and desire, which has no binding, may be slipped on and off at will. Thus, the conscious mind has perfect control. The garden is the subconscious mind, cultivated by attention from the conscious mind. Red roses represent desires, while lilies represent purified thought, untinged by desire. Every moment of our waking consciousness is motivated and conditioned by some kind of desire, which must be elevated to a higher plane. The Magician has at his disposal all of the elements and their human counterparts. The cup, indicating water and the imagination. The sword, indicating air and the intellect. The pentacle, indicating earth and the body, and the wand, fire and will. These 4 objects represent the letters IHVH, which is the Hebrew word for God, and the letters INRI, which appear on the Christian cross. At this point, the God energy may be translated into the world of matter to bring about perfect manifestation and harmony. Zoom that in. The astrological correspondence to the number 1. Mars and Mercury. The planet Mercury is assigned to the magician, Gemini energy, and Mars is assigned to the number 1. These 2 energies must be blended in order for the magician to complete his task. Mars, the red planet, supplies the fiery energy and desire to create. Mercury is the mind and the mental space, the channel through which the desire passes, and the tool with which the concentration is enacted. Without the drive to accomplish, the mind is idle and useless. It needs the demanding, propelling force of Mars to spur it on to greater achievements. When Mercury and Mars act in unison, the number 1 individual draws upon an endless source of creativity and courage. He has the vision to see what can be done, and the strength and fortitude to do it. So that is what we have on the number 1. Thanks for watching.